Some people post every meal they eat, every trip they take, every smile they fake. But then, there are people who never post themselves. No selfies, no couple pictures, no life updates. And somehow, they feel more mysterious than everyone else. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe your camera roll is full of memories, but your social media looks completely empty. And people keep asking strange questions. Why don't you post? Are you hiding something? Are you insecure? But the truth is deeper than that. Much deeper. Because sometimes silence says more than attention ever could. Imagine this. You're sitting with friends at a restaurant. Everyone suddenly pulls out their phones. Pictures first, eating later. One person adjusts the lighting carefully. Another retakes the same smile 6 times. And quietly, you just watch, not judging them, just feeling disconnected somehow. You still enjoy the moment, but you don't feel the urge to announce it. And later that night, you wonder if something is wrong with you. Why don't you crave visibility like everyone else? Here's where it gets interesting. People who rarely post themselves online usually experience emotions very differently. Not weaker emotions, deeper ones. They often value experiences more privately, internally, silently. For them, a beautiful moment feels complete already. It doesn't need public confirmation, because deep inside, they don't want every memory touched by outside opinions. Think about that carefully. Some people take photos to remember moments. Others post photos to prove moments happened. That difference changes everything. Pause for a second. How many memories have you truly enjoyed without thinking about how they would look online? That question makes many people uncomfortable because social media slowly trained people to experience life through observation, not participation. But people who avoid posting themselves often resist that pressure naturally, not always consciously, but emotionally. And no, it's not always confidence either. Sometimes it comes from emotional exhaustion. Some people spent years feeling misunderstood, judged, compared. So eventually, they stopped explaining themselves completely, not because they hate people, but because constantly being perceived feels heavy, very heavy. They learn something painful early in life. The more visible you become, the more people create versions of you inside their heads. And sometimes those versions hurt more than loneliness. So they protect themselves quietly, not with walls, but with absence. You won't know when they cry. You won't know when they succeed. You won't know when their heart breaks. Because some people heal in silence. And strangely, that silence becomes their safest place. But there's another side nobody talks about. Sometimes people avoid posting photos because they're still learning to accept themselves. Not physically only, emotionally too. They overanalyze every expression, every angle, every detail. Not because they're shallow, because they've spent years feeling not enough. And social media magnifies that feeling brutally. One scroll can destroy an entire evening. So instead of competing endlessly, they disappear quietly. Now here's the twist. The world often misunderstands these people completely. It calls them antisocial, cold, secretive, but many of them are actually deeply observant, deeply emotional, deeply loyal. They just don't feel safe performing constantly because modern social media rewards performance, not authenticity. And sensitive people feel that pressure immediately. They notice fake happiness quickly, forced confidence, edited perfection. So they pull away silently, not because they think they're better, because they feel too much. Pause again for a moment. Have you ever stopped posting? Right when life became emotionally overwhelming. Most people have, because during painful periods, attention suddenly feels exhausting. You stop wanting reactions. You stop wanting explanations. You just want peace. And sometimes, not posting is the closest thing to peace. Real confidence rarely screams for attention. Sometimes it simply lives quietly. There are people right now living beautiful, meaningful lives offline, falling in love privately, healing privately, winning battles privately. No announcements, just real life. And honestly, that's becoming rare now. So if you're someone who rarely posts yourself, maybe you're not broken at all. Maybe you just value presence more than presentation. Maybe your memories mean too much to turn them into content immediately. Or maybe you're still protecting parts of yourself the world was never gentle with. Either way, your silence tells a story too, a very human one. And in a world constantly begging to be seen, there's something powerful about people who quietly choose to remain real instead.